All right, for anybody who needs to know, this is how you clock in and clock out every single day. It's recommended that you do it at the end of the day because it's just easier for everybody to get together at the end of the day or whenever you leave. If you leave early, make sure you get with your foreman and get this process done. You're going to open up the TFM account. It's the little TFM 3.86. You're going to go up here to these three buttons up here and you're going to hit settings. You're going to go to connectivity settings, and then you're going to check the call sign right here. Whatever your name is, you need to find your name, sign in to under your call sign. I'm going to hit my name, and we're going to hit test credentials. And it should say authentication successful. That's how you know you're logged in. That's how you know whatever you do now is going to be under that call sign. So now, let's say it's the end of the day. I'm going to go back to these three buttons and I'm going to sync. That's just something you should really always do constantly over and over. I also recommend syncing right after you do your time each day. The more syncing, really, the better. Three or so times a day is not a bad deal. You'll hit the three buttons up here and you'll hit the three dot up here, and here you'll have your ticket list. It really doesn't matter all that much. You're going to come up to these three dots again. You're going to hit add new ticket. Once you add the new ticket, nothing has been made yet, but you're going to need to go to get account. Then you're going to need to go up here and search for whichever job that you're on. If you cannot find the job that you're on, please get with Miss Truly or someone in the office. That way they at least know that your time is there if it's a new job or whatever. Once you select the job, you're going to go to scope of work, and you can put X, you can put plumbing. It doesn't really matter all that much. I'm going to put vacation. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Then you're going to go to scheduled time. It should be about 7 a.m., but really this isn't too important. It really doesn't matter all that much. Must be scope of, you have to have a scope of work, so we'll just put an X, scope of work, create new ticket up there at the top. And then that means that the ticket is created. You can also reference this number right here for that ticket for that day. Then we're going to return to ticket list. There's the ticket that I had just created back in the general overall area. You're going to go to that ticket. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to resolve codes, and you're going to want to put an X in resolution, and you're going to want to put an X in parts used. It really doesn't matter for us in new construction all that much, but I'd imagine the people in the field that are doing the smaller stuff, the residential side, they'll probably use all that stuff. Once you have the resolve codes in and the parts used, this is where you can go and do your hours. Now you can do on-route time, on-site time, and complete time. These are really the only three that matter. I've heard if you don't do a break, they will add one to you. So I just go ahead and do it. That way, if I don't take a break, then they'll know. I would suggest on-route time and on-site time being exactly the same. I was told that if I leave 30 minutes from my house, I'm allowed to clock in within 30 minutes of my home. So we'll go to on-route, change time. It's usually, for me, it's about 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. And I'm going to copy that with the on-site time, 6:30 a.m. That's why it's easier for everybody to just do it at the end of the day. It's easy, it's concise, and there's no discrepancies on any of that. 6 a.m. Now, complete time is when you're clocking out. That's whenever you are leaving the job or you're 30 minutes away from your home. Let's say if you're in El Dorado, Arkansas, and you leave at 3:30, but you know it's going to be about 5 o'clock before you get home, you can go ahead and hit your complete time at about 4:30, 30 minutes before you reach the house. So we'll say 5:30 p.m. Okay, and then it'll show your labor hours, OT, well, those are usually at the end of the week. Once you check and make sure that everything in this area is good to go and you have your resolve codes, you can hit that ready to sync button. Once you hit that ready to sync button right there, that's how you know it's going to be synced. I'm not going to go ahead and sync this because I decided to take a vacation day today. But once you hit that and it will send it off, and then the ticket's no longer going to be visible here unless you come up here to the show tickets for last week, last month, tickets for today, tickets for the week, and tickets for the month. That's where everything ends up getting synced up. Show all tickets. It's not going to show you everything. It's only going to show you what is on the tablet pending to get synced to the servers for TFM. So once you hit the ready to sync button, you are clocked in and out for the day and you are good to go. Again, once you hit ready to sync, I would also recommend that you come back up here after the fact and go back and sync one more time before you end your day. That way, it just helps make sure that all of the tickets are ready to go and that they've been synced properly.